Hello everyone, and thank you for watching, and welcome to another episode of PALS, aka People Accepting Love and Sympathy. So, how are we doing today, everyone?
Oh, you know, the usual. Anxious and kinda sweaty.
Okay, I think. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm alright. Not too much to report here, old Peter Piper.
Alright, well, I'm glad everyone is at least rather neutral. So, today, I have an activity for all of us to do together.
Ooh, are we gonna play Chutes and Ladders?
No.
Ooh, I want to be the car!
George, tell me you're joking. You can't be that dumb. Yes, I think you're a bit confused there, George.
Ha! I'm never confused.
Well, I'm always confused.
Alright everyone, let's bring it back together. Now, what I want to do today is discuss the different ways we think and the differences between helpful and unhelpful thinking styles.
I don't know, Pete. Do we really have to overcomplicate the ways we think?
Oh, I disagree, George. Thinking by itself is so complicated and confusing. And I'm sure some of my own thinking styles aren't so great, I guess.
Oh great, we get to talk about all the depressing things that go on through my mind. Yeah, sure, why not? You all make valid points. I mean, I'm a bit concerned about you, Tyler, but nevertheless, the different ways we think about a situation or dilemma is what can cause a large portion of turmoil in said problems. It's how we process the information of a problem or situation that can lead us to the conclusions of said problems. Right, and I'm assuming you have some sort of scenario for us to go through. As bright as ever, Tyler. No, not really. Now, for us to begin, we're going to need a volunteer.
Ooh, pick me! Pick me! Come on, Pete, pick me! You know you want to pick me! I'll be your favorite patient! Come on, pick me!
James.
Me?
No! Dang it! I'm a failure!
Yes, James, that would be you.
Aw, jeez, it's because I made eye contact with you, isn't it?
Well, at least it wasn't me. Oh, don't worry. Your time will come soon enough.
Wait, what?
Now then, James, picture this. It's been quite some time since you turned in that essay for your class.
Aw, jeez, it has been, hasn't it?
Now, you worked really hard on that essay. You worked very diligently and you put in your best effort. However, because the professor is taking so long to grade it, you begin to grow restless. You also recall that your last essay you turned in didn't do as well as you hoped. What do you conclude?
Oof, well, I probably failed, if I'm being honest.
Now explain. What was your thought process going into that?
So, because I failed the previous essay, I would think that I didn't do so well on this one too. And also, my brain is just anxious all the time, and so it just naturally prepares me for the worst.
Aha!
Uh-huh.
What's so funny?
You seem to fall into a mental trap of sorts, a weird combination of jumping to conclusions and overgeneralization.
What?
Overgeneralization. It means to see a pattern based solely on one event, or to just simply be too broad with your conclusions. For example, saying things like, nothing good ever happens. I feel that, man. Now that was just an example, but you're starting to concern me.
So, what you're saying is that I'm being too blunt about what my grade is, and because I already failed before, I feel like I'm doomed to fail again?
Precisely. You essentially put on this mental filter where you only seek out your failures rather than your successes.
Oh, okay, I get you. So, like, if James found the cure for cancer, that wouldn't matter to him because he bombed 2 essays.
A bit extreme, but yes.
Well, how do I not think this way?
Well, it isn't going to be easy, but a lot of it is just reassuring yourself. Sitting yourself down and telling yourself, hey, I'm jumping to conclusions, I need to calm down. I can't control when my grade will come, but it will come in its own time. And that is okay.
Well, I'm not too sure about the relaxing part, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to try to reassure myself.
Hey, it can't be as bad as me, Jay. And what do you mean by that, Tyler?
I mean, I'm completely useless when it comes to reassuring myself.
Well, Tyler, it's here.
What?
Your time has come.
Oh, crap.
Man, come on! I wanted to be next!
You'll get your turn, George, don't you worry. But Tyler, right there, what you just did is known as an unhelpful thinking style called labeling.
And what exactly did I label?
Yourself. You labeled yourself as completely useless when it comes to reassuring yourself.
But like, it's true though. But it isn't, Ty. I mean, I know I'm not one to talk, but I know it's not good to call yourself this kind of stuff.
Sure, maybe it's not exactly being nice to myself, but nothing else, Tyler. There's no reason to assign this overmagnified label that you do on yourself. It's best to replace such harsh labels with more constructive and helpful comments.
Yeah, like instead of saying, man, I suck at kissing Samantha, what you could say is, well, I suck at kissing Samantha right now, but if I work on it, I'll get better in the future so I can smooch her better.
You know, I was gonna call you a watered-down Hugh Jackman again, but I just realized that would be labeling, so instead I'm just gonna give you a look of disappointment.
Aw, how considerate of you.
I hate you.
So, Tyler, how would you constructively rework this label?
I guess I'd say, you know, maybe I'm not so great at reassuring myself, but hey, I just need to work on it, or something cheesy like that.
Well done, Tyler. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, alright, thanks. Whatever.
Now then,
No other choices! You gotta pick me, baby!
George, how about you?
Yes!
Well, George, do you have any thoughts to any unhelpful thinking styles you may have?
Yeah, you've been so eager to share. What you got, George?
Well, I didn't think much of it at first, but I gotta admit, I'm probably guilty of some unhelpful thinking styles.
Oh? What do you mean?
I don't mean to bring the mood down or anything, but well, it's about my dad.
Oh. George, are you sure?
I should probably talk about it. It's the healthy thing to do.
Well, you have the floor, George.
Well, even though I know my dad was a piece of not a good man, I don't know why, but I still find myself thinking about him. I know, trauma can really stick with people or something like that, but I don't know why I keep thinking it might have been my fault, like all the beatings and everything that happened with him. I've been blaming myself so much for I don't even know why, and I don't know if I should have been a better son, or if I should have just known better not to mess up my life like I did. I don't know. It's stupid.
You knock that off right now, George. I mean it. Think about what you're saying. You didn't do anything wrong during that whole nightmare. Right, I mean, what could you have done? What your dad did, that's not your responsibility.
Exactly, George. This unnecessary blame you put on yourself derives from an inner personalization you seem to have. Personalization being when you take the blame for something that isn't completely or at all your fault. You're putting these impossible expectations on yourself, and because of that, you use these harsh, critical words like should or must, and they only frustrate you and make you feel guilty.
So, I'm blaming myself for my dad's actions, even though I had nothing to do with them. Yeah, that sounds about right. Leave it to my old man to make me do this to myself.
Don't be so critical of yourself, George. Your dad can't hurt you anymore. Yeah, cut yourself some slack, man. You're much better than he'll ever be.
Well, thanks, guys. I'll try to think about it more clearly from now on and not be so hard on myself.
It won't be easy, but I know you can do this, George.
Yeah, Peter can be your new dad now.
What?
Wait, I'm older than him.
Hang on. How old are you, George?
I don't know, 20-something probably.
Well, I don't know. It shouldn't be professional of me for you to refer to me, your therapist, as your father figure.
Now, was that a shouldn't I heard?
What? Oh yeah. Doesn't that sound like an unhealthy thinking pattern, Peter? Touché.
Well, congrats, George. You got a new dad.
All right, James, if you say so.
Anyway, so we're clear. Do all of you have a better understanding of unhelpful thinking styles? Yeah, I guess so. Whatever.
Well, I know I'm not alone in how I think about things, so that's reassuring.
Yeah, it really makes you think.
Jay, I love you, but shut up. Please.
Man, if this were Chutes and Ladders, he would have totally just Uno reversed your checkers right there.
George, do you even know what a board game is?
Checkmate.
Well, I'm glad you all have a better understanding of the ways we think and some unhelpful thinking styles that we need to keep an eye out for and work on. Unfortunately, that concludes today's session. Thank you all. Thank you all for watching. And remember, we're all bound to fall into some mental trap of unhelpful thinking styles. It's completely normal for us to do, but it's something we must deconstruct nevertheless. All it takes is processing the information and rethinking why we may have concluded the way we did, and see what we could say instead to better the ways we think. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Take care.
So, Peter,
Yes, George?
wanna, play catch?
I beg to differ your pardon?
Well, you know, it could be fun.
You're not still going on about that father figure talk, are you?
Oh, no. Absolutely not. I'm just spitballing here, that's all.
Ah, I see.
I mean, unless you want it to be a father figure thing.
George, I am your therapist. This is not a part of my job.
But yeah, for sure.
Do you want to go out for some ice cream afterwards, sport?
Oh, do I?